What's going on, guys? Got another comic book haul video for you. I picked all these books up from the flea market this weekend. It's a Memorial Day weekend. Had the big flea market here in Louisville at the fairgrounds. It's not as big as I thought it would be. It's usually two halls, but this one was only one wing, I guess, in the convention center. But still managed to find some great books, obviously. This first one here. These first few, these were all $3 books from a new vendor who I'd never seen before. So it was fun to go through all his stuff and picked up some really cool stuff for what was a great price. He said these were all, everything he'd brought to the show were all duplicates that he had. He was trying to get rid of. So he was just kind of paying it forward, I guess, with really good prices, which included this Tales to Astonish number 90, which was it's the first appearance of Abomination. So the box that this was in, he had about 10 long boxes on two tables, and I went through all the long boxes on the two tables, and he had some graded books too. And I didn't really find anything that I wanted, and then he had 3 other long boxes on the floor underneath the table. So he said I could go through those as well. He even offered to pull them up onto the table, but I said, no, that's fine. I can bend down and go through them. You don't have to move them. So in the very last box under the table is where I found all 6 of these books. And so just, if you're out there digging, get on the floor, sit on your butt if you can. That's where the gold is sometimes. And, sometimes it's in the very last box you look at. So, leave no box pilfered. So that's where all these came from. $3 each. Still can't believe it. This first appearance of the Abomination, obviously, who was great in the She-Hulk show, and this has come down substantially in price since the heights. It was several $100s, I think. Now it's like, in this condition, probably about a $40 or $50 book. You can see it's not in the best condition. It's in a bag. Already there's some wear on the spine, but it's still intact. No pop staples or anything. That one's kind of a tear around that staple, but $3. I could not say no to that. This one was even better for my mind. This Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 6. Beautiful, iconic Jim Steranko cover. It's got Fury in space there with his 60s astronaut suit. I think he's even got a sword there. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Flying through space. What do you need a sword for? You never know, I guess. But just really cool, really excited. Jim Steranko's just one-of-a-kind artist, I think. And just really, really happy to find this book for $3. So can't beat that. And I got some Fantastic Four Silver Age goodness as well. Just a really cool Doctor Doom cover, number 86 here. And number 88, just another really fun cover. It's got like the Fantastic Four car in there with some kind of tentacle nonsense going on. Not sure what's going on, but for $3, I could not leave these there. This one's interesting. So it goes from 88 to 89. And that switches from 12 to 15 cents. Just notice that. Just a fun Mole Man cover. I think these first 5 books, these are officially the oldest comic books in my collection now. These are from the 60s. I'm not sure what year, probably late 60s. But just really excited to find those for $3 a piece. Can't really beat that. And then this last one was a Bronze Age find. Supervillain team up. Again, this was $3. Just cool. Doom cover. It's got Namor and Tiger Shark on there as well. I'm not sure who that guy is. Looks like he ate Aquaman or something, but can't go wrong with the cool Doom covers. So just really excited that this vendor was there for the first time, and I got to go through his stuff. And it was on Saturday that I went, and the first day was Friday, so I don't know. The people just didn't get down there on the floor to look through the boxes on the floor. But like I said, get down there and dig, guys. You never know what you're going to find. I just, going back through here, love that Steranko cover. Just beautiful. All right. So that is the highlight of the flea market for sure. Those were the expensive books. $3 each from the same vendor. The rest of these are all dollar books. So we got X-Men 215. Just a cool Alan Davis cover. I'm trying to get 200 to 300 X-Men. You can find most of those in the cheap bins, except for like first appearance of Gambit and stuff. But other than that, you can find most of these pretty cheap. So I was excited to see that. Age of Conan Belit, not sure how to pronounce it. I just grabbed this one because it was a Sana Takeda cover. She did the covers on, I'm not sure how long this, either 5 or 6 issues I think it went. So I just grabbed that. Working on this Volume 3 Silver Surfer run. Happy to find this one. This was 82. This is the first appearance of Tyrant. It's heated up. What's going on back there? Okay, that's the sticker. I thought the page was bent. This one's heated up a number of times. Just rumors that he'll be in the MCU eventually. So it goes for probably about $5 or $10 now. So this is the first time I'd seen it in the dollar bins. So I was happy to find that. Just really cool Ron Lim cover. I like the colors on that one as well. Some more 90s goodness here. Got Sleepwalker #1 holiday special. Just a cool Joe Quesada cover. Another Sleepwalker. This is #5. Newsstand. Just cool Spider-Man cover. Samurai Penguin #1. I love my Ninja Turtle parody, so I'm sure that's what this is. Or maybe this is more of a Usagi Yojimbo parody, but you know, either one of those I'm in. And I do like the crossover goodness. So this is Street Fighter G.I. Joe #4. It looks like part of a connecting cover. Don't think, let me open it up here. I don't think it's a wraparound. I bet the first few, yeah, it's not a wraparound. I don't know, Winona Earp. But Snake Eyes is cut off there, and the back part of Scarlet's probably on the other, maybe on #3, so I have to complete those. More shiny goodness here. Double Edge, The Death of Omega. And this says cover B on it. I do have cover A already, but since this one is cover B, and it's the chromium goodness from the 90s, I can never say no to that. You got Daredevil, Punisher, Ghost Rider, and Nick Fury all in their glorious shiny 90s goodness. So really happy for that. For $1, grab this FemForce House of Horror #1. This is just early Greg Horn work. He did the cover. I'm not sure. I don't think he did the interior. Let me open it up here. I know he did a lot of covers on these, the early FemForce issues. But I'm not sure. They're all black and white on the inside. Oh yeah, he did do the interior as well. See, written and illustrated by old Greggy Horn. So some black and white horror shenanigans going on in there. So happy to find that. And unfortunately, this was not with the Silver Age. $3 books. He did not have Fantastic Four #5, but you know, this milestone edition's a nice silver medal, I guess. Usually when I find these, they're really beat up on the spine, and this one was in pretty good shape, so it's happy to find that. You know, as a placeholder, of course, for Fantastic Four #5 when I can, you know, afford that in 30 years, but probably not. But anyway, for $1, why not? And then Amazing Spider-Man 291 newsstand. Just a fun sub 300 ASM book. Can't go wrong there. This was right before McFarlane started, obviously. So happy to get that. Just a cool black suit cover. I picked up a couple of Wizards too. This is the Superman Tribute Edition. This is, no, it's not a wraparound, but it's a gatefold cover. And it's a little bit of shiny on there. It's Superman and Doomsday fighting Lois and Jimmy Olsen over there. So just kind of, the whole magazine is just a tribute to Superman. They go into his history in comic books and in movies and TV, so it's kind of fun. And then I grabbed another Wizard. This is from April 1996. This is the newsstand version of this. I think they did 2 covers, one for direct and one for newsstand. At some point they started doing that. This is number 56. This got Dark Claw on the cover. This is a big article about the amalgam stuff, so that's why I grabbed it. I usually don't see the Wizards in the dollar boxes anymore unless they're super beat up. So this one's not in the best shape, but it's not. There's a little wear on the spine there. But other than that, cool Dark Claw cover, and these things are very much time capsules of the 90s. It's got got the coupon in there you can send away for Rawhide 1/2. There's the Adam Hughes cover. One of these days I'm going to send this away and see what happens. I mean, I'm sure I'll just come back undeliverable, but it'll still be kind of funny. It's always fun to look at the top 10 books in these. I think number 1 in this one, let's see, it was, here's the artist. Okay, so this is, what is this? April 1996. And there's the top 10 comics. So you got X-Files number 1. That has not stood the test of time, really. None of these have, I guess. Preacher number 1. Gen 13 number 1. Lady Death number 1. Then we got She number 1. More X-Files, Glory and Angela. So it's pretty funny. Most of these are dollar bin books now, except for probably DC Marvel and Preacher number 1. Obviously, it's a little more expensive, but I just like the old Wizards, very much, like I said, a time capsule of the era, so it was fun. I do like the parody stuff, so I got this Savage Dragon Bert. It's a mashup of Savage Dragon and Dilbert. It's a pretty thick book, too, so can't really tell from there, but I'll open it up here. Let's see, pretty thick. Just lots of stuff in there. It's funny, it's laid out like a comic strip, too, in newspaper. Hitler's brain burn. Oh my goodness. Controversy going on, but yeah. Fun stuff. So that was the flea market, and then earlier in the day I went to the pop-up comic shop that's operated out of this guy's garage during the summer months. He used to have a shop over in southern Indiana, but him and his son just do sell out of their garage now during the summer months. So I went over there for the first time since they reopened this year and grabbed a couple of dollar books. Got this Others number 1. Jim Valentino did the cover. I thought he did the interior art as well. He did the layouts, but he did not do the pencils, unfortunately. So I'm probably not going to complete the rest of this run. I don't know. It went on for very long, but I think this was the first book that he did after Shadowhawk when Image started. This one was from 95. Shadowhawk was 92. Valentino was more on like the publishing side, I guess, but I do like his Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, so I was hoping he would do more interior art for the others, but unfortunately he did not. I got this Black Flag number 1, more 90s goodness. Got Dan Fraga cover. I think I showed number 1 of I guess it was a one-shot. Todd McFarlane did the cover on that one. And this is the ongoing series. I guess it went about 4 issues, I think. And this is not only a wraparound cover, but a gatefold cover. So, I mean, look at those guns. It screams 90s goodness. We got one gun almost as big as the whole page, and that back one is huge. And then, muscles on muscles and bullets on bullets. Beautiful. Beautiful 90s goodness. I was happy to find that. And then I got this Black Ball Comics number 1. So this one was Black Ball Comics, I guess, was a publisher in the mid-90s. Kind of an indie publisher. Simon Bisley and Keith Giffen. We did some work. And the guy that did Trencher, I can remember that artist's name, but very distinctive style. But the reason I grabbed this one, I'm pretty nostalgic for this one. I was a kid, I worked at a comic shop here in Louisville, and they did a signing with one of the artists in this, Kevin O'Neill. So that was the first time I'd seen an artist, come to a comic book shop and do a signing. So that was pretty cool. I used to have one of these signed by him, but that got sold when I sold all my comics to trade them in for Magic cards. So this one's not signed, obviously, but kind of a nostalgic piece for me. Next, got this Bade Biker and Orson, or Bade Biker Orson. Just early Mirage work. So it's from '86, I think. Just fun creator-owned stuff that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were trying to help the other indie artists and writers out with. So snagged that one. And then lastly, we got this Legends of the Stargazers #1. Just early Adam Hughes cover. And these are all so many wraparounds. I love the wraparound covers. So there's that. And then you can see where's Hughes' signature right there. I think he did the cover on the first. I think this was a 6-issue series. He did the covers on those. And then, I don't recognize any of the other names. But just a fun Adam Hughes cover, early work. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep digging out there, like I said. You can get some Silver Age goodness for cheap if you're lucky like me. And if not, it's always fun to dig. So that'll do it for now, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.